don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right.
Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an absolute banger of a show. It's going to be a spicy one, boys and girls, because we got to commit. Little 4-star defensive lineman, Kelby Collins, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we tweeted out earlier this week. We anticipated a big week end, and it looks like we're just getting warmed up. No Gators were walked out this afternoon, but Kelby Collins came out chomping, so we're excited, we're fired up, we're pumped up. You guys are pumped up in the chat, which is always an absolute pleasure to see you guys just absolutely jazzed up and ready to rock and roll. Love seeing that, so welcome to the show. It's exciting, right? We're really excited, we're pumped up. This is good, this is huge for the program. It's our highest commit thus far. And look, we weren't planning to go live today, but we like to stay on top of these things when these guys commit. So make sure if you're brand new here and you're liking what you're seeing, like and subscribe, turn on the bell so you know when we do go live, because sometimes we have this little surprise show like we have here right now. We've got a show scheduled tomorrow for 4:35 with Kevin Stokes, Marcus Stokes' dad. So make sure you guys tune in for that. That one's going to be exciting. But right now, we got some jazzed up. You guys are jazzed up in the chat as usual, as you should be, with this massive pull with Kelby Collins, coming from all the way from the state of Alabama. Okay, huge pull. So a nice little steal there. We've been kind of fishing out of the Florida ponds here, but old Billy Baggs decided to take his talent to the old South over there in Bama Town and steal one from the boys. Now, I will say, Kelby, I believe, still has a visit left with Bama, as does Sharif Denson, which those two things still concern me. I'm not going to lie. Again, what are the odds those guys go there and start? And that could be a reason why we're able to get that pull this early. But those things still do concern me, as those are definitely a possibility of those things happening. With Kelby, though, again, he is ranked nationally 70th, which is 2 above Aiden Mazzell. So our two guys, those are 2 top players in the top 100. So it's exciting to crack the top 100. Would love for us to get a top 50 guy. That seems to be left on the board. I'm sure you guys are wondering where we're at. Where does that place us? Well, that moved us from 13th to 12th. We jumped up a few spots. Now, it's a close 12th spot. In front of us is Penn State and Tennessee. But Tennessee is above us by 0.7. It's 252.22 to 252.15. I mean, tomorrow, Cameron James is committing, which is also another defensive lineman, 4-star. Without a shadow of a doubt, we jump Tennessee tomorrow if he comes to Florida, which it's looking even better now, I would say, especially with pulling Kelby Collins. To me, Kelby Collins was the one that I felt a little unsure of. I feel like Bama or Georgia had more of a secure on the bag on that one. Cameron James, we've been recruiting since the beginning. We mentioned this a few episodes ago where we've been talking to this kid's ear before he was even nationally ranked. I mean, the guy was a nobody when we were talking about him. So, and we've been there the whole time. So that feels pretty good. This defensive line class is looking extremely good. This entire class is looking really good. And I want to get into that kind of the breaking down that class here in just a minute. But Penn State is ranked, it has their score at 258.49. So do we get 7 points for Cameron James tomorrow? I don't know. Now our average ranking is higher than Tennessee and Penn State with 91.34. They're 90.26 and 91.24. They do have one more extra commit than us. So again, we get Cameron James tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind that we crack that top 10 and we're in front of Penn State. So we could be a top 10. We should be a top 10 school by the end of the weekend if things plan out like we're hoping they do. Now, I want to I see a lot of people are asking about Deshaun Johnson. That's been tweeting out a lot, seeing what's happening with that. Again, from what I've heard, it still seems good. Again, that whole thing that kind of broke out with Rivals, I believe, really put a damper on the parade, boys. Okay, really kind of shot us down there a little bit, which is frustrating. And I saw you guys too asking how many we can sign and things like that. I'm going to break that down too. But really quick, we got some love from my man John Wilcox, baby. Let's get it. Nothing is over. Go Gators. Come on, baby. Love it. Scared money.
Scared money don't make money.
Fired up, boys. Fired up. Love it. Look, these streams are fun. I get jazzed up on these streams because they're always, you never know, right? You kind of stay there, stay anticipated. I do want to say one thing. I don't know who watched the coverage from CBS Sports with unveiling his commitment to Florida, but to say it was a disaster would be an understatement. It was just horrific to watch. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is CBS. This is unbelievable. I can't believe what I was watching. I get you don't know what the kid's going to do, but we got to get some communication going on. Like, let's figure this stuff out. Like, I mean, call me up. Kelby, I probably could have, called an audible, thrown the camera around. We lost audio. I mean, it was a disaster. It was like nobody knew what was going on. I don't know. It was very frustrating. All I got was the mama throwing up the Gator chomp, and that's how I found out. I mean, I'm not mad about it, right? I'm still pumped that we found out, but it was very anticlimactic. 2,000 people tuned in to watch basically just a non-audio, blurry iPhone 2 picture quality commit. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Oh gosh, Daniel's here. You guys know that Daniel is going to be here. Daniel who decommitted his wings, cut his wings off. Throw a little super chat from Daniel, says Florida fans and their wet dream. We're excited, Daniel. Okay, we're fired up. We're jazzed up. So best believe what's going on here. I saw you guys asked how many people can we commit, so we can actually sign to a scholarship 25, and we're at 18 at the moment. Now, we can sign more, but we can actually, for this particular class, it says 25 from what I found. I know that more commits come through, and there's obviously a reason for that, for things falling through, guys not getting scholarships or transferring or whatever it may be. LSU's at 20 right now. Notre Dame's at 23. So, and let me just kind of take a look at the class here of 2022 to see, because I want to say it was higher. Yeah, like Texas A&M ended with 32. 31, 30, 24, 35 for Texas. So, I mean, obviously they're going after more, but I think once they actually officially sign it, it has to dwindle down to 25 from what I was reading. The other thing, too, that's important to note, just a quick little note for 247. This could be something that they could probably think about. There's been a lot of movement going around. Bama's now number 1, and I want to say it was Notre Dame and Ohio State that were going back and forth. Bama's 1, Notre Dame's 2, then Texas, then Ohio State. Ohio State dropped a ton because they were, I'm telling you, fighting for that top spot. I would like to see like the little tickers, right? Like a red ticker or a green ticker to see how many spots they've dropped or moved over whenever it gets updated. I think that would be very interesting to see. 247. If you guys want to take that and run with it, no lost feelings here. You guys can rock and roll with that. So I think that'd be a great idea. You guys let me know in the chat if you guys think that'd be a great idea. Also, super chat from Mr. Kevin Stokes, Mark Stokes' dad, who will also be on the show tomorrow. Going to be a great time. Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Appreciate the love and support, man. You the man. We hung out with the Stokes yesterday. Went to the Nice spring game or scrimmage game they had. Did a little mic up with Marcus Stokes. Incredible video is going to be coming out. So you guys stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys turn the bell to see that coming. So let's get into Kelby Collins a little bit. I'm going to do some video. We're going to go over watching some of his film here in a minute so you guys can kind of get an idea. This guy is just a man amongst boys. This is a big dude, okay? An absolute tank of a young man. 6'5", 280, okay? 6'5", 280 with a composite score of 96.64. Very close to that 5-star. We've talked about Aiden possibly, bumping up into that 5-star range. These two guys, to me, give me very 5-star type of vibes. I think Kelby's going to end a lot higher than what he's ranked at nationally, which is 70th on 247, 60th on 3. See this kid climbing over the next few months. I really, really do. The guy is an absolute beast, which, again, concerns me on the Alabama front, with them kind of just sneaking in to it. So with him committing, though, that puts us at 4 D-line commits with Cameron James committing tomorrow. Again, we know how Billy, we're seeing a trend here with Billy. We kind of get a few that we know that's going to happen, right, that we feel good about. The flip was kind of a quiet, silent killer earlier this week on Wednesday. This one seemed pretty comfortable. Tomorrow seems pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if we had another, curveball get thrown at us over the next few days. I don't know much, but Billy has a history, boys. Okay, we've seen it. We've been hanging out with it for a little bit. So just all I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little juice come through. Okay, so just you guys could see my face here again, and you're welcome. All right, so yes, let's go, Daddy Stokes. Cody with the super chat says Daniel trolling because he wishes he was a Florida fan. I think the Florida bandwagon is going to get a little heavy, boys and girls. So everyone just buckle up. I think we need to be prepared and put our seatbelts on because I think it's going to get heavy really, really quick. This class is looking pretty good. And so I want to talk about that, right? I want to talk about the recruiting class and how well this team is doing. To me, it feels different, right? And I think whether it is or it isn't different, right? It's important that it feels different. And that's what creates that momentum. Is if everyone else is feeling it, then someone else. If I'm feeling it, then the next person's feeling it, and so on. And that's what's allowing these kids to kind of come flowing through like they are. There's some reports that Searcy was recruiting Kelby at Friday Night Lights. We obviously know of Sharif was talking to DeJon Johnson at Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights was huge for just a all-around recruiting weekend. Rusall put us in his top 5, I believe. He was also at Friday nights. Will Norman was there. Now, to me, it feels like Will Norman was probably trying to recruit Pimba, and we're really getting into his ear. So these kids are grinding. And I think and obviously kids are always recruiting. They're always reaching out, always doing these things. You see them on Twitter all the time. But Florida's group of guys, I would say, Marcus is a huge one. Trayon, big voice for this class, right? Kind of like the front runner leaders, being a leader already of like, look, we are going to take down Florida in the recruiting aspect. And for them to be able to do that right now and carry that kind of momentum is huge. It's creating a culture already, and they haven't even touched the field yet. So huge shout out to the guys that we are signing in because they're becoming, as soon as they're committed, it tells us that those guys are hard committers. Najee Harris is another big one who has been verbally just all over these guys day in and day. I mean, I would say he was probably the earliest because he committed earlier than all these guys of just being very vocal about Florida's different. We're going to be different next year. So it's exciting to see. I love it. I love the energy these kids have and how ready to rock and roll they are. Again, I was talking with Kevin Stokes, Marcus Stokes' dad, yesterday, and I've obviously seen a few interviews. He's not going anywhere. He's all in. Florida was always a school. It was the only school that could pull him away from Penn State. So, shoe in there. Trayon, seems like a shoe in. Najee is 100% a shoe in after I'm talking to him. Aiden feels like a shoe in. So, there's still a few guys, obviously that could flip on us. Those, to me, feel like the most secure, to be honest with you. I think Searcy is going to be another shoe in. Isaiah Nixon's going to be a shoe in. Gavin Hill, who's from Buchholz in Gainesville, more than likely going to be a shoe-in. Again, Kelby Collins, Sharif Denson, those guys still concern me a little bit, not too crazy, but definitely a small bit, if I had to say. Another super chat to shout out to Papa Stokes in the live. Yes, sir. Let's see here. He's going to be here tomorrow. Don't forget to make sure you guys turn on the bell. Go Gators from Daniel D. Absolutely. Oh, jeez. $2 from Daniel says it's been 4,965 days since Florida was won a natty. It's a long time, Daniel. That is a long time. That hurts. That hurts. Oh gosh, they're just battling back and forth. It says Daniel, if you're gonna troll, step up your super chat money. You got to at least put a 10 spot down. You guys are incredible. I love it. I love it. You guys' energy is absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness, you guys. You guys are taking over the show here. So on 3, he's the 6th ranked, Kelby Collins, back to Kelby really quick, is the 6th ranked defensive lineman of this class. And another fun fact, too, is that he is the 22nd best defensive lineman that Florida has ever recruited since they started going back to the early 2000s when they started keeping track of this. So this is a massive pull for Florida. It feels like it's been a while since we've got a top-tiered guy, right? Especially in the top 50. We don't have one of those yet. Kamani McLean would be, my goodness, could you imagine just the icing on the cake pulling that guy in? What it would do for Florida's recruiting. Look, I know it's early. I know it's all talk, but look, boys, we're fired up for a little a natty run. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I know it's a far stretch. It's a very hot and spicy take, but the energy's there. Now, here's the concern, right? Because I remember Mullen, his first few classes, he had some top tier classes, top 15. I can't remember. Let me look. I don't think he had any top 10s. I could be wrong. His transition year may have been a top 10, but just give me a sec because I don't want to be wrong here. Let's see. So 2020, we were number 9. Okay, so we were the first one I looked at. So we had a top 10 class. Obviously, it hasn't transitioned completely from that year. Let's see who was in that class to kind of see. We ended with 24 commits. So Grandma Dexter was in that class. And now, look, we're starting to see that class be what it is now, right? That class is going to show what we can do now because that's where they're starting to pop up. Xavier Henderson, Jaquavion Fraziers, who I have been big on, boys. Okay, wide receiver that I've been big on him. Henderson obviously is the number 1 guy right now. Derek Wingo, outside linebacker. Ethan Pouncey, Anthony Richardson. So that class is now we're going to see how that class did. That was a top 9 class. Mullen's not going to be able to do anything with that class, so we didn't see that, unfold. But look, we can make do with this top 9 class and just keep the ball rolling. Last year, let's see where we were at for 2021 to see how that ended up. I'm still in Florida. Hold on. Let me go back here and see where we finished for the 2021 season. Because, again, that's also going to be part of Billy's, coaching cycle, a 12th rank. So we're right there now. We've got Jeremiah Williams, Jason Marshall. Those are top-tier guys. Those were 29th ranked rationally was Jason Marshall, so big pool there. And then, again, 74, and then all 100 guys after that. So it's going to be – look, we've got a few things left. We got a few things left that we got to get. Not a lot of 3 stars, which is good, but we've got to seal a 5-star. To me, that's going to really pull in the class for us is reeling in a 5-star guy to, again, cap this class off. Got a few essentially a few scholarships left to see how that plays out, but we'll see what we can do. We've got another super chat from Daniel D, not Riviero, so this is fantastic. Loving this. Real Daniel here, not the troll, but I want Pimba. I really like his play. Scared money don't make money. Go Gators. I would love me some Pimba. That's a grown man right there, boys and girls. Grown man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Real Daniel become a member. You guys are awesome. Napier is building. He is building. Look, I think that the new building that opened up, the Heaven Air building that opened up this weekend, that's going to be huge. I think that's going to really help with these blue chips and 5 stars over these next few days. And again, Coach, I think what's going to happen next after tomorrow, it's going to get quiet. It's going to get settled in. It's going to get time for football season. And that's where Billy's got to start winning some games. I am really concerned that Billy goes and loses to the Utah, that the this bandwagon wheels are going to get a little loose, boys and girls, okay? And we're going to get a little frustrated when we can't. That's something we cannot do. So let's hope that on September 3rd we take care of business and rock and roll. So that's what we got to keep our eye on here. Let me see what else I got for the notes. 22nd, 60th. Yeah, so he's 60th ranked on the On3. That's what I got listed here. And let's go now. We're going to break down some of his clips. Let me see how you guys are doing in the chat, and then we're going to watch some of his film and just see this kid. This film that we're about to watch is from his sophomore year, just to see how big and just monstrous this kid is. I'm telling you, the kid's going to climb. The kid's going to climb and ranking. And I'm going to be going to some games this year, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to the Nice and Pedro game next Friday. We've got on-field access. Thank you to Mr. Stokes there. So that's going to be some good stuff there, guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that because that's going to be an incredible video to see. I'm really jazzed up for that. Uncle Pooh. Cody Phillips, I'm glad you're here, buddy. You won the other day. I don't know if you saw, Cody, but you won this in our giveaway. But so I need you to send me an invitation on the member page. You can go in and basically send out your email and your address so I can send this to you, Cody. Been meaning to get. I'm glad I got you here. So you need to send that to me, Cody, because congratulations, you won the signed photo of Judd Davis and Shane Edge. So congrats to you for being a member and earning those big dog. Oh my goodness, you guys getting rowdy in there? Y'all getting dicey in the chat? All right, let's go ahead. Let me pull up the video here, and then we're going to break down. This is Breakfield Bros. His video is. I couldn't really find too many clips, but he seems pretty hyped up about it. So I was like, look, let's show him some love, and we'll rock and roll there. Get this pulled up here. There we go. All right, let's see. Go ahead and give you boys a full screen there. All right. And let's see. 3.16 GPA. Love it. 6'5", 250. Give me the juice there. 85 tackles, 4 sacks, 15 tackles for a loss, and 1 forced fumble in his sophomore year, boys. Okay? Shout out to Braden again. Or Bakerfield or whatever. Here he is, right? Number 17. Strip fumble right there. First play of the game. I mean, homeboy down here in the bottom is probably more hyped than I am right now. There he is right there in the middle. Let's see how he busts through these boys. I mean, they don't even have a chance. Look, bro, that quarterback didn't even stand a chance, bro. My goodness. We just got a brand new member. I will take a look who you are in just a second. I can't see it at the moment, but welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. I will take a look in a second to give you some more love. Thank you for that. On the edge here. Look at it. I mean, they're not even stopping this kid, but look, he's just swallowing them up. He's massive. 6'5", 280. Look at this kid. Oh, that O-line's not even looking at him. Yeah, didn't even look at him. Didn't even. How are you just ignoring this guy? I mean, you got to put 2 guys on this guy. Look at him. Like, they're afraid to block him. Oh, this kid's going to just get torn up. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, he's a beast. I'm really excited for this kid here. This guy's an absolute tank here. Look, he just tossed that kid to the ground. Good speed, too, for a D lineman, man. Good speed. He literally is just walking through. He's like, excuse me, pardon me. Just don't mind me here. Good eye. Oh, my God. He's so fast. I didn't even see what happened. It's like he doesn't even see the kid. He's just like, please excuse me. I mean, he can control a game. Why are they not double teaming this guy? I mean, he is just walking past these kids. Is this competition? Is this an Arch Manning situation? Is this competition not that good, or is he just that much of a beast? Look over there, double teamed him. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Eat it up. Eat it up. Doesn't matter. Just bull rushing those kids. Yeah, let's watch it again. 73-55. Oh, let's try to hold him up here. Excuse me. Pardon me, sir. Yep, I'm coming to you. Yeah. Great clip here, man. Great clip. This is not me, guys, by the way. Oh, man, great stuff. That's got to be exhausting. I mean, just put the whole line on him at this point. This kid's a beast, boys. I'm excited to see what he does for his senior year to really crank up his rating. Oh, my gosh. Is that O-line? I mean, I want to know what that O-lineman's star rating, because that did look like he just didn't even care. Okay, there we go. Two guys. Nope, not really. Oh, my goodness. That's a big boy, boys. That is a big boy. Look, good eyes up, good eyes down the field too, man. I mean, he's keeping his head up, being patient as well, which is important. He's not just using his size. He's also look. Oh, they're not even trying to block this kid. Little slow on that one. That's a big boy, man. I can't say that enough. This kid's an absolute tank, bro. He just like that guy was more of just like a support system for Kelby. Like he saw that. I mean, he just pushed him back 2 to 3 yards. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Just steamrolling these kids. Absolutely steamrolling these kids. I love it. Who just became a member? Who was it that Go Gators for Shake Money? $5, my man. Welcome. Thank you. Daniel D became a member. There it is. Thank you, Daniel. Brock, what's going on, man? Wow. Okay, let's go. Welcome to the family. You guys are incredible. You earned your wings. You guys are awesome. Love it. We got a few people that have got their green wings. So they've been a member for a while now. So love it. Sean, have you seen Coach Hayes break down high school kids? He's a goat at it. Yes, I've seen Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes does a great job. He also does a great job of the announcements too. Why Kelby didn't call him to do it blows my mind. But it's good stuff. I love it. Smooth, who has a Bama logo, says whenever you beat Bama out for a top recruit, you usually have you something. I haven't beat him yet, but I agree. I think we're on the move. I'm loving it. Oh, we got a super chat from my man Coates. Says, I'll get with you on Real Daniel Beat Utah swag on Discord. Yes, you guys, if you're a member, you can check out the Discord. I'm actually I put it in the community page, so you guys can check that out as well. And tomorrow too, for the members, the guys that are part of the Fantasy Football League, who are members, we will be doing the draft order tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It's going to be a good time. Christopher Frog, Kelby Collins is a monster. 6'5", 280. He will get up to 310, 315. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And if we get Cameron James tomorrow, win-win for us Gators. Yes, I think Cameron James is a shoo-in. Let's see where Cameron James is at now with the 247 crystal ball. I want to say we were pretty high up last time I looked, but let's see if anything's changed since I looked last time. It's 100% to Florida, the crystal ball there, boys. And Georgia's warm. That'd be another dub for Georgia. He's from Florida, so back into our pond. But another steer from Florida, from Georgia and Bama. He's got offers from those schools there, so another big steal for us on that one. Darnell Stapleton was big recruited by on this one, as well as Sean Spencer. So great job to him. I also saw that our wide receiver recruiter, he's in the top 10 now for recruiters for this year, which is, we all have been nothing but excited for that part of our class. So it's going to be exciting, man. Aiden Mazzell tweeted out as well, too. It's going to be a great year, and it is going to be a great year, and it has been so far. It just really has to translate onto the field, boys. That's kind of where we're at now. Now it's just, I keep saying that, but I'm getting antsy. I'm ready to see some juices. I'm ready to see some boys get hit. Yesterday at the Nice game, it felt good to see some football back in action. Them boys look good, too. They look dialed in and ready to go. Another super chat from my man Codes. Looked like Bubby today at Little League. my man Codes, little man's a stud. Yes, sir. Shout out to Bubby, my man. Billy will take over the SEC soon. I like that. I like hearing that. Johnny says, bro, y'all going to lose to Oregon. I think we're talking to Georgia there. So we were talking about this the other day, Steve and I at work, is to me, these first week games are starting to get spicier and spicier as time goes on. I feel like in the past, those first games, the first week of the season was such a dud because it was like one big game and the rest of them were just blah. But recently here, man, they have been getting dialed in and riled up with Oregon and Georgia, Florida and Utah, obviously. And there's one more game. Who's the other game? Guys, just let me know in the chat. There's another big game going on, and I can't think of who it is at the moment. Is it LSU and somebody? No. Who is it? You guys let me know who it is. Tell me the other big game. Super chat from Lamont. Billy, Phip, Grayson, Howard, and we set on it. Grayson, he did? Is that a confirmed? Did we just do that? Lamont, can you give me some more on that? Grayson Hill. Grayson Hill flip. Let's see here. I don't know if that was a question or more of a statement. Did I type that name in right? Oh, Grayson Howard. I put Hill. Okay. Let's see here. 247. Okay. Another linebacker. Ooh. South Carolina. He's committed right now. Hard commit on June. Okay. Lamont coming in with a little bit of juice there, boys and girls. I wouldn't. Could South Carolina be the new Penn State for Florida? Could they be our new farm system where we start flipping guys from them too? I mean, we see what's happened with Penn State, right? There's that other kid from Penn State that just decommitted this past weekend. He's supposed to be, so that could be the silent killer there that we pull him. We also just flipped this past weekend with on Wednesday from South Carolina. Another flip from Grayson Howard. Man, that could be huge. That could be huge on that flip there, boys. That would be another big one. Man, Twitter recruiting is we'll finish 11-10 on recruiting. Think so, Daniel? I 100% top 10. I don't think we get into that top tier, the top 5 tier. If you're looking at it right here, it's going to be hard for us to. Bama's at 296 points with 5. They have basically 5 commits left. So they only have 2 more commits than we do, but they have a 50-point lead ahead of us. We're not cracking that. Notre Dame is 292. Same thing. Texas 285. We need some higher blue chips. We need some higher nationally ranked guys. Now, could we move up if the Mazzells of the world and Collins and Stokes, Trayon, those guys move up? Searcy. Najee Harris is going to have I believe he's going to have a big year at IMG. He could crank up a little bit and help that score. But again, so are these guys going to Bama and Notre Dame and Texas. So got to keep that in mind too. Georgia's at 279 with 18 commits. So the same amount of commits as Florida, but with almost 30 points higher than us. That's going to be a hard one to chase down. 2 5-stars is big. Now, Kermani could help us get into that as well. Again, Kermani is going to help with that, and possibly one more 5-star. If a Kelby Collins or an Aiden can flip to a 5, that would help with that as well. It's not crazy, but it's going to be tough. I think a 7, 8, 9 finish is a reasonable, an expectation, reasonable expectation finish, and it's a healthy finish as well for Florida. If we could go into that 7, 8, 9 for Billy's transition year, would be huge. Again, a lot could change too with how the season plays out. Some of those guys that we're on the fence, right? We still got LeBlanc that was out there, and John Walker who went another direction. They're not out of it yet either. They even mentioned when they committed that look, Florida is still going to be riding high and active actively pushing that. So those guys there could be something that we could see come through here. Chris Smith says we'll finish 8-9. Totally agree on that one. Grayson Howard is a monster. He is a monster. I'm looking at this kid, man. I mean, golly, bro. 6'3", 223, 91 composite score, 221 nationally ranked. So that's another big one. That could be a big one for us. If we could get that flip there on the linebacker side. We know that our linebacker room isn't the best at the moment, but we just had the flip from South Carolina, who was a linebacker. So maybe this gets that ball rolling, boys. You know what I'm saying? We get the wheels a spinning. The D-line room looks really good. We've got 4 D linemen committed, 3 receivers, 1 running back, 1 quarterback. Obviously, Marcus and Trey on that one. 4 D lines, 1 linebacker who was the flip from Jaden Robinson, who flipped from South Carolina this weekend. 3 defensive backs. I want to say Jakeem Jackson, one of those. Yep, and Jordan Castle and Sharif Denson. So Sharif Denson is the lower of those 3. That doesn't make sense why he would even want to go to Bama if he's the lowest on our team. Lowest, when I say lowest, it's a very close low. I mean, and he's a quarterback. Jordan Castle's technically a safety. So that room's looking good. Obviously, another quarterback to help kind of beefing that up would be always beneficial. Another running back is something that I think we're going to need. The running back room is thick, but we don't want to lose that, that momentum and lose the depth there as well. It's great on wide receiver. Offensive lineman, we need a few more of those guys. So, again, with the 25, so we've got 7 spots technically left. I would like to see 7 spots. Linebacker, right? A D lineman, probably 1 more. An O lineman, a running back, 3 more. Let me see what else we would want. What else would we want? Probably 1 more wide receiver, to be honest with you. So 2 more places after that. We need linebackers. So honestly, 2 more linebackers at that. So quarterback room is fine. Honestly, we leave it where it is because we still got Jack Miller that's there. Yeah, so leave it with the 1 quarterback. I would like to see another running back, wide receiver, 2 more O linemen, maybe 1 more D more lineman, and then a few linebackers to close out this class to really get us where we need to be and going into the future. So let's see here what's going on here. South Carolina just as delusional as UG. Howard is going to UF. Look at Daniel there showing some love for Florida. Okay, Webb is after him. Webb is after everybody. Literally, if you're like, the Webb puns are incredible. Like, you're in his web. Like, you're stuck. It's like Charlotte's Web over here, but it's Trey Allen's web. We should figure that out, boys. A little play on words. Let's put our heads together and see what we can do there with that. Because that's so Daniel says to focus on getting a quarterback. We got a quarterback, Daniel. Simmer down. Yeah, we got one, boys. Relax. Once we beat Utah, all the recruits going to Waka Flocka to Gainesville, baby. Scary money don't make money. I love it. Rousseau and Smith are package deal. And if we land them in Kermani, it's going to be lit. Hunter, my friend, you are right. I'm not buying into the package deals anymore. I bought into the Jakeem Jackson, the LeBlanc, and the John Walker package deal. Like, I full sent that, and I was burned on it. So I'm not buying in the package deals anymore, boys. I'm just not doing it. All right. I would love to believe that, but I don't want to also think that if one goes one, the other one's going to follow. I just let the boys do what they want to do. Okay. I can't fall for that this time. Okay, I was heartbroken last time. I'm not gonna get heartbroken again. Simple as that. Let me see where Rousseau ranks here. So he's an edge. He'd be a D lineman. He's a 5-star guy. My goodness, could you imagine just eating little Rousseau action, boys? Little 5-star. Problem is he's got Georgia, Bama, and he's from Bama. Could you imagine pulling another one from Bama? My goodness, this button would be exploding. This button would just be all through the roofs, boys and girls. We would just be all jazzed up. If we landed Rousseau, I saw that guy live, 6'2", 230, bro. I didn't realize that. I'm a short dude, boys and girls. Okay, I'm a little man. These kids made me look like just a dwarf. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. I thought I was a reasonably sized human being. I was mistaken. These are some big boys. That would be. I would love that. I would love me some of that right there. Where are we right now with McLean? Your guess is as good as mine, Coates. Not quite sure. Flipping Baxter. Look, a flip to Baxter wouldn't be crazy. He grabbed that hat. Trayon tweeted him, showed some love. They laughed. They got out. They moved on. Baxter still isn't. Wouldn't say out of it. Look, Florida is going to be hunting for these guys until. And we have to keep in mind that it could happen to us too. Man, I don't think we realize how important this season is for us to just keep this momentum rolling. We really got to keep it moving. Oh, here we go. Daniel's going to fire up the chat here with this. Listen, I wouldn't pull all my chips in AR. He has potential, but he hasn't shown anything. Look at last year, just being honest. He can run that we seen, but when he threw the ball, he threw too many picks. Daniel, you gotta realize here, bud, okay? This Anthony Richardson is a man amongst boys. The guy is an athletic just specimen, okay? Now, I know that isn't everything. But when you have that much of a presence behind the line and you can just control that, have that much control over what you're doing and what's going on around you, it's going to make a difference. You had Stetson Bennett, who I'm a big fan of. Love the guy's story. If you think that Stetson Bennett is just like your Lord and Savior, that guy kind of came out of nowhere. You don't know this. I know this, Daniel. So let's not play dumb here, okay? Because your boy that's at West Virginia was supposed to be the guy. He wasn't the guy. So Stetson Bennett was not on anybody's timeline. You can't sit here and tell me that it was, Daniel. I would love to argue with you about it, but let's be honest, he wasn't. So, and to be fair, that your defense was incredible, and you had some offensive powerhouses too, but that defense was something to be reckoned with. I think Anthony can make plays on his feet. He's got a great arm. The wide receivers are starting to come together. I get where you're coming from. You're trying to put Anthony into this hole of, the pessimistic side of, like, he didn't do a lot. Well, the guy had very little to do with. Never got into a rhythm, never got it going. Last night, I'm at the scrimmage with Stokes, and he kept saying, like, they kept rolling through, ones, the twos, and threes. A lot of twos and threes were kind of coming in and out. And Stokes, I had him mic'd up, so I heard him the whole time. He's like, look, I'm going to get cold out here, coach. You got to put me in. Put me in, coach. So, and it makes sense, right? Like, I got to get into a rhythm. I go out here, I'm cramping up, I'm getting tired, man. My arm's not even warm. It's not even loose. Right? So you're coming in and you're judging AR off of a few snaps and a few big plays. And we are too. Obviously, we're going to be on the optimistic side of things. But, going into that last year, your championship year, Stetson Bennett was not the guy. So that's all I got to say about that. Got a super chat from him now because obviously he's fired up. So love that. Brock says, I kind of thought he was going to Georgia. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make it happen. Shelton, who was number 32 on the 2018? That's a great trivia question. We did this trivia questions with during the Florida Gators and Seminoles game in Jacksonville, and I asked, I think, what was Brandon Spike's number? I think is what I asked, or who wore the number 55? I believe it's Brandon, but it's 55. Oh, 32. Was it Major? Was it Major, right? No, was it? I want to say it's Major. I'm probably wrong, but I want to say he was 21. I think he was 21 too. Brandon Spike was 51. Okay, so who was 32? Who wore 32 in 2008 for Florida? Who was it? Nobody's even coming up. You guys playing with me? Is this another joke? Tell me who it is. Tell me who I'm wrong. Brock, you'd be surprised what we know in the podcast. How are the points determined for players? AJ, are you talking about the rankings? Explain that if we're looking at what you're asking me there. Cody, little super chat. Daniel, keep AR name out of your mouth. Your Corby rode an elite defense. That's it. We all know it. Oh, well, look, at least Cody and I are on the same page there. We are still trying to figure that out, AJ. For Ryan, look, if you're talking about how a player gets a score, we've had multiple people on here and we've asked them about it. Guys that are in tune, that have been involved with it. I would like to know more what goes into giving these guys a score. I would assume it has to be stats. I would assume it have to be stature. I would assume it would have to be who they're playing against. But Arch Manning kind of debunks that a little bit. I would say, in my opinion, they're who they are as a player, right? What credibility they bring to the field. And that's where I think Arch does a great job of bringing up his points, because the last name of Manning, it's honestly, to be honest with you, if I had to give you a one-word answer, it's a little bit of a popularity contest. Okay, it's a prom king thing. All right, it's the eye test. It's what feels good. It's just people that have been doing it for a while. It's the same thing for Heisman votes, right? I'm giving this guy X amount of votes to be a 5-star, and or a 4-star, right? So he has 10 votes, and 3 of them are 5 stars, 2 of them are 4 stars, and so forth. And then it gives them the number. I'm assuming that's how they find the average. I don't think there really is no precise breakdown, which, again, that's where the whole stars thing comes into play, and it's a little unknown because we don't really know. It's not that clear clear and cut, and that's why we have the faults of a 5-star bust, right? Like the kid, I can't think of his name. I always forget it. The quarterback that went to Ohio State and then Miami and then USC. I'm sure you guys will remind me in the chat who that is here shortly. But that happens because I think it's just there isn't an exact, precise science to it just yet. What's his name, Rusaw, like full name? It's Q-U-A Rusaw, Deshaun. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how it's spelled. So if you want to go look him up, give him some love. Ugga mad, weird how you win the title, but Florida's constantly on their minds. We are. We always live there. We live there rent-free, boys. You know that. AR is a dog. I love it. Super chat from Daniel. It was Bennett that won the fourth quarter, not the defense. Look, I'm not taking anything away from Bennett. I think he did a great job. I think he stepped up and did a phenomenal job. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you're coming at AR like he's not the guy. Stinson was not the guy either, and then he grew into that position. What we don't realize is that most typically at college, guys come out of nowhere. They grow into the position the year they're supposed to be there, right? Look at Bama. When their running back room comes into play, like nobody knows what these guys. They just show up and all of a sudden they're just studs because they've been building these guys to be the man for so long. And then when it's their year, they crank. Bryce Young's a little bit you have your outliers like a Bryce Young, right? I would say Tim Tebow is an outlier where like his expectations were high from the very beginning because he came in and just took over. You're going to have those guys, right? Quinn Ewers is another one where his expectations are there to be great. AR is now following into that. He's a 4-star recruit. Like he's just some kind of just slouch. But Stetson Bennett wasn't the guy. I mean, he was, in a sense, he was a Kyle Trask, right? Nobody expected Kyle Trask to be what Kyle Trask was. I think we all had an idea that he was going to be great and he looked good, but nobody thought that the guy was could have been a Heisman winner, Kyle Trask. I think outside of a few games and a few losses, that guy, his last season was an incredible season. So nobody had him on the pin on the board either. And the same thing, why are we looking at AR like this? Same thing with the star ratings, right? It's all just a feel. It's a look. It's what the presence he gives on the field. Daniel Thornton, go Gators. Absolutely. Johnny, I hope Kirby is stubborn and keeps Stetson in all year. I think he's a little bit smarter than Mullen. Mullen would. Super chat from Coates says Daniel, a quarter doesn't make a season. Just words, A little bit of love there. Stetson is little Timmy. Fair enough. Well done, Chris. Spike was 51. Wow, simple. Who's 32? Can somebody tell me who it was? Dustin Doe. I'm sorry, simple. There, you guys all knew. That was 32. Oh, wow. Alex Brown, there's a couple of names there. So that's, look, you got to keep in mind, boys, when in 2008, I was, how was I? I was like 13, 14. It was a little bit ago, boys. Okay? Cut me some slack. All right? I mean, I can name a few from that team because I was obviously that was championship team, but I'm also a little twerp then. All right, still am like a medium-sized twerp now, but I was a little twerp then. So look, hold me accountable. I get it, appreciate it, love it, but let's not completely just roast me for that. You know what I'm saying? Gavin the Gator, what is up, my guy? Terrence Pugh, you guys knew Dustin Doe, love it. Shelton 32, you don't have to yell at me, Antonio. You gotta put an exclamation point, man. It's one person, boys. Okay, eesh. You guys are ruthless. Arch is overrated. AR is that dude. I love it. You guys are. The chat's always just stays undefeated. Stetson, I know, were as good as Trask. Is nowhere as good as Trask. I totally agree. I was more so comparing the two in a sense of what was the expectation. I'm not comparing the talent level at all. Where's Steve at? I'm Ultra Gator. Steve, that's a great question. Steve's probably taking a nap right now. Typically when we have these commit videos, Steve takes a chill, and we just come on here and hang out and chit-chat for a little bit. Cody's calling out Daniel for some super chats. Just got a brand new subscriber, Eric Tribble. Thank you for subscribing, man. I appreciate the love. Well, welcome to the family, man. Thank you, LF. He changed it to Let's Effing Go Mets. Really, really feeling yourself, huh? LFM? See that there. Or LGM is what it was. He's dialed up there, boys and girls. And I mean, look, you have the right to. You have the right to. 2008 was a long time ago, and it was. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you. He said it twice. I can't really give you too much crap for changing your name because you're supporting me here, which I appreciate it. But I love the change of name. It's a time. Sheldon, did you still have the sash at 13? That would have been awesome, bud. I couldn't grow hair on. I got a little dirty there. No, I didn't have a mustache at 13. I did have a mustache. I dyed it jet black when I worked at Publix. I had a little jet black mustache at like 16, 17 years old because we couldn't have any facial hair at Publix. We could only have the mustache because George Jenkins, rest in peace, the man who founded Publix here in down south. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a grocery store here. It's like a Kroger or like a Trader Joe's. You can only have a mustache. Now that the rules have changed, you can do whatever you want, have ears, pierced, tattoos, like all that jazz. But back when I was growing up and working, you had to keep it keep it classy. You had to keep it high and tight. And so we grew a mustache because it was the only thing we could do. And we would, you block the shelves, and when you block the shelves, you see a lot of items, you see a lot of things, and you start to think that you need something they don't need. So a buddy and I, we go in there, and we see Just for Men, we see jet black, and we go, this sounds like a great idea. And we go into the bathroom at work and dye our mustaches jet black. And we were incredible. Thank you, John Bailey, for subscribing. Welcome to the family, my man. You are incredible. Love it. Where's the meetup spot for the Utah game? Great question, Hunter. Great question. All right, boys and girls, sit tight, sit back, relax. This is a good one. Let me see if I can actually send over the photo of where we're going to be because we are going to be teaming up with the Dorian Mortgage tailgate. And we are going to be with Judd Davis, who we've had on here, who is an absolute incredible time. He sent this over to me, and he said we're all in on having this. The tailgate spot is absolutely incredible, boys. All right, this is I couldn't say that I'm beyond excited for this. We've got blessed, boys. We got absolutely blessed with what we're working with here. Let me go ahead and save this image here, and then bring it over to the stream here so you guys can see. Never heard of the Braves. I'm sure you haven't, LGM. I'm sure you haven't. You're funny. Glad you're feeling yourself today. So well done. All right, boys. This is where we're going to be. You guys can see that. So here is the Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. You guys recognize that. Here's the entrance, West University Avenue. That's where we're going to be, number 11. Unless something falls through, unless something tragic happens, as of now, this is where we are going to be for the Utah game on September 3rd. And to tell you that I'm fired up would be an understatement, boys, because I am and ready to rock and roll, because that's where we're going to be. So y'all better come out, show some love. We're going to have some merch there. Not sure the hats will be in yet, unfortunately, but we're going to have some Beat Utah shirts. We're going to have some Scare Money Don't Make Money shirts. Cody calling out. Daniel says, where's your bag, Daniel? All empty. Told you I'd match. Cody doesn't play games, boys. Okay? Cody doesn't play games. If you guys want to have some merch before the game, get your Scare Money Don't Make Money stuff before it. You can check out the link in the description. Get yourself some high top merch to be fresh. I mean, this is just ultra soft right here. Little comfort colors, long sleeve, just feeling good, looking good, play good. We're like the Deion Sanders of the merch stores. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's unmatched, boys. I'm telling you right now, absolutely unmatched. I feel like I'm just a breeze in the wind with this long sleeve on. You know what I mean? I feel like I could just float around. It's 98 degrees outside, and I'm rocking this because that's how cool I am with this thing on. I gotta wear it because I'm just so frosty right now. Okay, I'm like Joey Burr, like Joey Ice. Okay. I love it. Oh, man. Ultra Gator Steve is no doubt napping, dreaming his FSU team had plenty of dynasties in the making like UF. I think FSU's done, boys. I really do. I think it's a wrap. I think it's their time of on top is coming to a close. I really do. It's just they're not in a good place right now. They got to figure it out. They got to figure it out quick. George, beat Utah, absolutely. As always, George is single-handedly going to make sure that Florida beats. He's going to just will Florida to beat Georgia with his comments. I mean, the guy, I would love to see if there was an analytical chart of how many beat Utahs he's left around just the YouTube atmosphere. It's got to be insane. It's unmatched, if I had to say so myself. Daniel says, in Riviera, a Georgia fan, I'll say I love the Gators if y'all win, but if y'all take the L, say go Dogs in the chat and say, Daniel, you was right. That's a fun bet, Daniel. That is a fun bet. You guys are playing Oregon. Daniel, let's make a bet, Daniel. Let's make a bet. Riviera. $5 for my man, Wilcox, baby. I just love saying John Wilcox. It's a great name. It's a phenomenal name. Remember, and any Gator celebration is like kryptonite for rivals. Don't get distracted by the trolls. Stay on target. Grats, Gators. Love it. Okay. FSU should have hired primetime. They should have hired primetime. and they're gonna. Did you guys see Big Boomer come out? Man, big Boomer. This guy is making a living off of just being wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, are we in the wrong business? Did I mess up, boys? Did I screw this up? Because Big Game Boomer over here tweeting the top 50 coaches with swag. Now, I will say Billy made the top 50. It was like number 48. Much love. Dion didn't crack the top 50. And then it got Dion's attention, and he retweeted it. But he's like, hey, you don't forget I'm not that old. I can still read. I'm like, this guy's out here just shooting out just nonsense and just getting a lot of love for it. It's crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know. It's wild. It really is. It's got me shook. Got me just rethinking everything. It was start making up lists, boys. Just kidding. We're not gonna follow. We're not gonna follow that. Super chat from my man Cody. That guy's the man right there. That's Billy Bags right there, boys. KW is a super chat money. KW is a super chat money. His money or put money. LOL. Christopher Frog, do you think Lingard will be the starting running back? I do. I am all in on Lingard. I'm all in on Lorenzo. We know what's really cool here. Here's what's exciting about Lorenzo. We obviously met Lorenzo a while back, early summer. Had a great conversation with him. Had the opportunity to have him on, go work out, get my ass kicked by him. And nobody knew who he was. Nobody. He was fourth on the depth chart. No love for my man Lingard. Spoke with him a little bit. Got to know him. Fell in love with his personality and his charisma. And then we went and worked out with him. And again, I've never been that close to a college athlete before. Worked out with someone like that. Thank you, Kong, for becoming a subscription. But when I saw him, I was like, this kid's hungry, man. This kid's dialed in. He's very focused. And I was cheering for him to do really, really well. And then obviously he won an award in the summer for kind of like outbreak player. And now he's making a huge run for being the number one guy. And it gets me really jazzed up to see that the hard work's paying off because he's a senior, man. The guy's been kind of, he went to Miami and he transferred to Florida. It's a hard road, man. These kids, they get stuck behind. I mean, he was behind Dameon Pierce. And we see what the guy's doing in the NFL. Like, it's no fault to his own, but you're behind an absolute stud, right? And Malik Davis and Naquan, like those guys who came in, it's tough. It's a tough road, tough battle. So to see him come through, and then you got Montreal Johnson who's transferring, who's obviously favored by Billy. Not favored, but you know what I mean. Like, obviously has history with him. It's good to see Lorenzo stepping up and making a run. I love it. I really think he's going to do great, and I hope he does great. Just simply for his sake and to see the hard work pay off for sure. Sorry, boys. Had to get a little refresh up there. Big Game Boomer is ass clown, Sheldon. I know, but he's just, my man gets love for the nonsense. It's crazy. Ward Daddy number 7 sounds good. What? Where's Daniel? I want to bet, Daniel. What are you guys talking about? What is this number 7? I'll be there. I'll have a beer for you. I say we end up with the number 7 ranked class. It's possible, War Dad. I think that might be a little high. We went over that earlier kind of on the scores and what the average rating is per player now. I think number 7 might be out of reach. And I'll go back to it in case anybody's new here and wants to know where we're at for that. Number 7 is Oklahoma with a 267. So that's another, and they have only one more commit. So they have one more commit higher than us with 1 5-star. How are they higher than us with only 10 4-stars, 1 5, and 3 8s? When we have 16 4-stars, their average rating is a 91.72, and ours is a 91.34. So their 4-stars are a little bit higher rated, obviously. But man, that's a lot of points they're getting. So 7 to me isn't crazy. Maybe that could change a little bit. Let me see here. So their 5-stars ranked 16th nationally. Jackson Arnold, their quarterback, that's a big one. So they have a 51 and a 55 and a 74. So those are what's kind of putting those 4-star guys. That's what's putting them over the edge right now. Our 2 top 4-stars are 70. Okay. So that makes sense. LeBlanc, who's also there. Samuel, who we were also in the hunt for. So again, we could have finished 7. So that's not a crazy one. I could see that word out. I could see that happening. Let's see here. Caitlin Walker says, my money. What's he talking about? Utah, Charles Young. Charles, you talking about my first game at the Swamp. Charles, you are in for a treat, my friend. I think that being a night game, being the first, here's what you're walking into, Charles. You ready for this? It's going to be a night game, which a night game in the Swamp is unmatched any time. anytime, unless it's like a Vanderbilt game. But even still, night games are just unmatched. In the Swamp, they're incredible. It's like the nighttime in LSU. It's close. But nighttime, okay, number one. First game of the season, number two. First game of the season on a top 25 ranked team, and Florida's not ranked. So the dogs are coming out, right? Night game, because top 25 in the Swamp with a new head coach, with all the momentum in the world, with a potential Heisman candidate quarterback. Oh my! Buckle the hell up, boys. Okay? That game is going to be... The stadium might collapse. They might have to do a whole just revamp of the stadium after the game one. It could just complete just good disaster. But I could see the place just burning down. Of just we're charging the field, boys. I wish we could do that. Right? We charged the field in the basketball game this past year when we beat Auburn. Loved it. I love that stuff. The SEC is not about doing that. Florida has never been about doing that. I know a lot of old Florida fans are not fans of that. I don't know, man. It's Billy's first game. We go in there in the Swamp against the Utah Utes, top 25 ranked team. We get some smoke going, boys. We beat them in a tight one, right? Little walk-off field goal, little Judd Davis action. I don't know. I would love a little charge field action. I'm just saying. I think there's some rules we'd be breaking. But I'm just saying I would love it. Would love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I'm not going to the game. I will not be at the game. Honestly, the reason I'm not going, I've had an opportunity to go, but I'm not going to go because I want to be able to go back and really take some notes and really try to watch the game from if I go to the game, it's going to be just complete mayhem. Cody, Kentucky's going to be his first game. Another great game. It's going to be another great game, especially if we beat Utah. We're going to be rolling into that game. Another night game, right? We're running back for you. Night game. Possibly a top 25 school. Depends on what Utah does. New coach, Heisman winner, coming off of dub. Going to be insane. It's like, look, this year could be a really, really, really big year. If we have a 1,000-yard rusher, if so, who do you think it'll be? My heart wants to say Lorenzo. But my body's telling me Montreal. That's who I think. Hopefully nobody unsubscribes from that disaster of singing. Hopefully we, get some love from that because that was a good time. Dominic says I would think we'll finish 9. 5 stars are kind of like gods. 5 stars. I mean, there's very few of them, right? I mean, let's look how many 5-star guys there are. It's few and far between. So you can't think. You have to see why they do have a lot of pull, right? How do I see here? Oh, full list. Here we go. There are. There's a lot. There's 34 5-star guys. 34. And cornerback who's going to Texas probably is a 98.3, so he's basically a 5-star. He's got to be like a point decimal away from being a 5-star. Justice Hayes, who's the running back, he is 98.22. He's committed to Bama. He's probably going to be a 5-star. Let me see. These are all 98 guys. My goodness. Yeah, they are treated like gods, though. I will agree. They get a lot of love. I mean, it's how it works, boys. It's how it works. Florida will have over 1,000 yards. They're going to run the ball, and AR could be the guy with 1,000 too. That's another possibility as well. Honestly, 7 is not a reach, Shelton. We got a lot of high players left, but I agree. I think, look, all I'm looking at is what's ahead. I'm not saying that we can't hit it. I'm looking at what's ahead of us, right? Based on what we're seeing now, we have the same amount of recruits of the schools in front of us, but they have higher quality of recruits. So they're obviously going to get more recruits, which is going to just move them up. So I'm looking at comparison of where we compare to those guys. That's all that I'm looking at. Charles, they will bring Nams here, bud. Promise you. Daniel, I'm still waiting for that bet, bud. I want that bet for that Utah game of I'll say go Dogs or something like that in a very more aggressive way. Not like that doesn't count. Lingard, my favorite to start with Johnson backing him up. I think that's going to be a solid 1-2 punch, which is, sucks for Naquan because obviously he's coming back from that injury. But look, Naquan can blow us out, but I think he's the smaller of the 3 backs. I know. I broke this down. We broke this down a few days ago. There's a video on it, but Montrell's a little bit bigger. I see him being more of a goal line type of guy. But 1 through 3, I can see it Lorenzo being the guy. I really do. Utah has no answer for AR. Look, I think I saw somewhere where the recruiting class hasn't been great over the last 2 years. So ours obviously has been higher. We have the talent. It's just how do we manage it, right? He says you're getting excited. You're getting me excited. I love it, man. I'm glad you're excited. You should be, dude. It's going to be the Swamp. There's nothing else like it, man. Like it's a great stadium. It is a great football stadium. I truly feel like there's nothing like it. I've only been in a few other stadiums, but just every spot and there's a great view. And man, if you could sit in the student section, dude, that is just absolutely just mayhem. You're standing the whole time. It's just you're on bleachers. It's just, I don't know, man. Just something about it. There's just the smell in the air. You smell the barbecue. The fans are all excited. You know, you got the drunken fans. It's just, there's a lot of shit talking going on. It's just a good time. It really is. It's a great time. Oh, let's see here. Need to make high top sports merch that says "Get dialed in." That would be great. Do you say, hey, gotta get dialed in, boys? Love it, Ultra Gator. That is fun. Score prediction for Utah. I'm feeling like 28-24, 20, maybe 27-24. You walk off field goal. That seems healthy to me. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe like a 31-29 kind of thing. See that happening as well. So perfect pitch. Look, in Florida, if you guys need me to hype up the tickets, you guys just let me know. I'm gonna be working on a hype video soon. You guys, your boy can bring the juice. So you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you like and subscribe, and you stay home there. You know what I'm saying? Best Gator podcast on YouTube, Papa Stokes. Look, Papa Stokes, what's up? Here, you know, he's dialed in, as we would like to say. Daniel Rivera says 31-24 Utah. Devin Moore will get his first interception in Utah. Love it, Chris. Love it. Oh, super chat from Daniel. Your coach. I didn't see this. Daniel, I done told you if you're gonna troll, pull the bag. Cody came to play, boys. Cody, as we would like to say here on the channel, is dialed in. Oh man. George says be right back. Thank you, George. Little potty break. Love it. Look, whoever's dropping by brand new here, we're kind of hanging out. We kind of did the show earlier on, but I like to hang out with you guys and chit chat for a bit. So I appreciate you guys' comments, and we can hopefully answer them and give you guys some love here. Oh, whoops. Oh no, that's a disaster. And we're back, boys. I love it. Pray our defense can stop the run. I think our defense is going to be good. KW, I see he got you with his singing. Who is KW? Codes? What am I missing here? Scott Anderson. Utah will make Florida stop the run. Been to a lot of Utah games. That's right, Charlie, you're from Utah. I thought it was. Going to be in the student section for the Utah game here. Can't wait. You're going to be in the Florida student section, Charles? Pull that up, Bubba. Pimpin' Patty. You guys' YouTube names, it just honestly makes this even that much better of a YouTube channel. I only went to one game. It was against Hawaii. I had no money, and it was hot. Other fans noticed we had no money. They bought me and a buddy a couple drinks and a hot dog. That's Gator Nation, big dog. You know what I'm saying? We're here to eat. We're here to have some fun. Here to show some love for everybody. 2-score win against Utah from Daddy Stokes there. Okay. He's feeling dialed up on them Gators. I don't think Utah scored no more than 14 points like that. Daniel D, 28-23. Let me see here. Oh, he's talking to my wife. Coach is talking to Kate. Sorry, baby. Whoops. GG's on that one, boys. Scoop, where's Holly? Am I not good enough, guys? Am I not enough for the show? No, I'm just kidding. Steve's probably taking a little nap. I don't know. You know, when I do this show, when I do the commits, I usually hop on myself and kind of rock and roll because it's very quick. There's no pre-planning to it. It's just like, all right, here we go. Show goes on. And so I hop on here and hang out with you guys for a little bit. I'm glad to know that I love you guys, that you guys love me. Antonio Just Play says, Oregon 35, Georgia 31. I love it. I would love for Oregon to go in there and just wear Georgia's ass out. I would love. You guys didn't tell me what the other big game was. There's another big game happening week 1, and nobody followed through in the chat, which is just, it's hurtful. Hype level needs to go up, Sheldon. How am I not? How is this not hype, Coach? I'm jazzed up, my guy. Like I feel like I've been pretty dialed in today. Okay, we're an hour in, and I'm still just cruising, just rambling on with you boys. There's no way I'm not hype. Whose wife? It's my wife, Dominic. I'm struggling here. Kayla Walker is my wife. That's the boo thing, boys and girls. She's tuning in. She's dialed in. Everybody say hey to the wifey there. She's pregnant with the little one, with the squishy. Is what we refer to it as, because we don't know what it is. So we call it squishy. So there we go. Oh, there he is. Luke Chandler says F the Gators. It's been a long time, Luke. It's been a long time. I feel like we hurt your feelings last time you were here, and it's been like 3 weeks since we've seen you. Good to see you back, bud. Good to see you back. You haven't learned how to spell yet, but we're happy to have you back in the chat. We are. We really are. We love the excitement that you bring to the channel. Daniel needs some love. He needs some backup. Again, based on your spelling, I don't think that you're the ultimate backup. But again, Tennessee fan, I wouldn't expect much. So it's just, it is what it is, right? Utah will melt in the humidity. Dude, they're gonna get roasted. It's as hot as it can be right now, and I don't see it cooling down anytime soon. And these boys are obviously out here training in it every day. It's like 75 and breezy in Utah right now. You know what I mean? Out here in Florida, it's 95 and just stagnant. Especially in Gainesville. You're not getting an ounce of breeze, my boys. Trust me. Friday Night Lights, lost 15 pounds. Swear to God. So it's crazy. We just want to pick on Steve. That's fair. I can agree with that, AJ. I can respect that. He should be in the chat. He should, honestly, you know what? I'll text him now. Say, hey, get in the chat. Get in here and show your peeps some love, because they want to make fun of you. Hold on, I'm gonna text him right now. I said, bro, get your ass in the chat. I told him what's up. Pimpin' Patty said I had to park at Walgreens and walk like 5 miles. Nothing seems close, dude. Like, parking is ruthless. All the good parking is you have to have like a badge to get there. So cue the music. What music? Thank you, Pimpin' Patty. You're hype. Appreciate it. Hey, we might do a little blackjack stream tonight, boys. That might be another hour, 2 hours or so. I gotta talk with our bad guy to see if he's up for it. But we talked about it. It's been a while. I know you guys like to come and hang out with us and do that. But cue the music. She is only his wife on the weekends. Yeah! You guys are hilarious. Hilarious. Notre Dame and Ohio State. Thank you, Christopher Frog, for following through with my question. I mean, I answer your guys' question. It's only fair that you answer my question. You guys, when I get something wrong, you guys are all over me. Just just roasting me. Notre Dame, Ohio State. Wow, that is week one. That's right. I was talking to Sean about that just the other day. Who's a big Notre Dame fan. That's gonna be fun too. That was gonna be fun. Okay, guys. Ryan and Caitlin, you guys having a good time in the chat? You guys got to come on my thing when I'm here chit chatting, and just that's what you're gonna do with my pregnant wife. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Holly's at Prohibition Kitchen, which is 5 minutes down the road, and he doesn't even tell me that he's 5 minutes down the road to grab a brewski with me. Can you guys believe that? For the ones that are in the Discord right now, go roast Steven. The guy is 5 minutes down the road at Prohibition Kitchen, which is here. He lives in Jackson. I'm in St. Augustine. 5 minutes down the road, he doesn't even tell the boy, hey, come grab a brewski with me, man. Haven't seen you in 48 hours. Let's go hang out and let me buy you a drink, You're the co-host to, the hottest podcast on the internet. Let me show you some love, Sheldon. Love what you're doing, man. Love to how where the channel's going. Let me pay it back. No. What do I get? Nothing. I got nothing from the guy. I had to text him to be part of the family, and that's the response that I get. Everyone right now that is in our Discord, that is a member, go absolutely just lay this guy out. I can't even with this guy right now. I can't even. Really, Audra, my mom? Really, is this what we're doing? Stepping out on me? I've got a trouble going on in my chat right now with my mom and my wife. Like, you guys, what's happening here? What's happening? How I gotta end it? Like, this is obviously just coming completely out of just mayhem at this point. It's ridiculous. LFGM, I'm a little more bullish on the score. Florida 41, Utah 17. Every time I see Florida and Florida 41, I think of the Ohio State game. That's just, I go back to that. Okay, Ryan. Okay, guys. All right. You guys are incredible. You guys are great. You guys are a great time. PK is a great place. It is a great place. It is a great place. You would think that, if you go to Pro Bitch Kitchen, which is an awesome atmosphere, great music, great food, great drinks, that, your boy would let you know, like, hey, gonna be hanging out. I didn't get a call. Nothing. Not even a text. Not even a photo of like, hey, man, miss you. Having a great day. She's only my side chick. I'll be there tonight. You guys are incredible. Like, I can't even. This is ridiculous. I can't even. Don't be whiny, Sheldon. This is what I'm becoming. I'm not whiny. I'm just expressing my frustration, Scoop. Okay? That's all I'm doing. All right, boys and girls. Great show today. Thank you for stopping by. You guys were an absolute blast, as always. The super chat battle was blast. After today, Steve's button gets revoked. Love it, Adrian. Totally agree. Guys, hop on later if you guys want to watch this place of blackjack. That's still in the air. Got to check with the wife on that one. But tomorrow we go live with Mr. Papa Stokes, Marcus Stokes' dad. Also, too, like, subscribe, turn the bell on. We've got a huge video coming out with Marcus Stokes mic'd up. Gonna be a banger, I can assure you. You know how we do it around here. You guys saw the Friday Night Lights video. Absolute terrible video. So, thank you guys for the support today. Appreciate it. Always for tuning in, hanging out with me for over an hour. If you guys want some merch, some Scare Money Don't Make Money merch, the Utah merch, a little high top swagger, check the link in the description. We are getting hats. You can pre-order them today. It's all the way at the bottom. Pre-order for your hat. We don't have a limited supply of those, so go check those out. Hottest podcast on YouTube right now, boys and girls. We're dialed in, and it's all because of you guys. With the takes, the subscribers, you guys are an awesome group of people. Love this family. See you guys tomorrow at 4:35 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are there. Until then, I'm Sheldon. Boogity, 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 boys.
I'm a human being, cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show.